Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to another edition of Broad Street Blitz Take with your boy Kukat Connor, with your boy Alex. What up, Alex?
Hey, what's up?
Yep, and I think we got a special guest, so you invited him to talk to us. Who is he?
This is my good Twitter friend, Will. We've been in contact with each other ever since we followed each other. It's been years since we first knew each other, and I'm excited to have him on to talk Eagles victory.
How we doing? Well,
I'm doing good. Thank y'all for having me.
yep. Let's now. I saw what we talked about on the DM. So let's give a moment of silence real quick to the people 9/11 real quick. Okay. Okay. Now that we got that taken care of, we got a game to talk about, ladies and gentlemen. The Philadelphia Eagles defeated the Green Bay Packers 34-29. So, Alex, start us off. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling really good about our victory and the way we handle business in Brazil, and I feel like Jane Hurts definitely looks terrific, uh, despite some dangerous throws he had. But all in all, the defense showed up at the right time, and we are 1-0.
Yep. Well.
Oh, yep. It's always good to get a week one win under your belt, regardless of how it looks. And I think that all things considered, with a bunch of new pieces and some key roles, especially on defense, the Eagles did what they had to do to come out with a victory against another good NFC contender. I like what I've seen from a lot of different guys. Quinyon Mitchell, the rookie, looked fantastic in his first start. Slay, the old veteran, looked great in the secondary. Nakobe Dean and Zach Bond were pleasant surprises at linebacker, as that's probably the most questionable position for the Eagles at this stage is linebacker, and those two guys looked great in the opener. D-line could have got a little more out of them, but with how the field conditions were, it doesn't really surprise me that especially the edge guys weren't able to get adequate pressure on the quarterback and weren't able to get their footing. Offensively, most of your stars were stars. Obviously, A.J. Brown was great. It does what Devontae does, Mr. Consistency. The O-line dominated up front. All five guys showed what they could do. And then, of course, the biggest addition of the offseason, Saquon Barkley with 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards on the ground. Couldn't have asked for much better for a season-opening victory, and looking forward to seeing what they got coming Monday night with Atlanta coming to town.
Yep. So let's go ahead and let's hand out some grades. Let's give our thoughts. Let's start with Jalen freaking Hurts. Well, what's your What's your grade? What's your reaction to him? And then we'll go to Alex.
I'd probably give Hurts a C plus for his game overall. B minus C plus. I don't think it was as bad as people made it out to be. Obviously, he made 2 poor decisions that led to interceptions and another poor throw that nearly led to another interception. But besides that, I thought he managed the game well, especially with the adversity that we faced early on those first couple drives. And I haven't seen a lot of people talking about it. The first couple drives that led to that interception and the fumble, we were backed up deep in our own end. One time at the 10-yard line, the other time I think we were at the 15 or 16 to start the drive. So always hard to really get a drive going when you're that deep in the end zone in your own end because your play calling is sort of limited. You don't want to take too many risks. You don't want to really open it up because of obviously the risk of a turnover deep in the end, which ended up happening anyways on both those possessions. But yeah, I thought Hurts, especially late in the game, made some big plays with his legs, taking off for a couple first downs that we needed, carrying 2 guys with him for 5 extra yards to get a first down one time on a key down to continue a drive. Like to see him, especially that last interception, like to see him keep that one in his pocket, especially with the 5-point lead and considering time to score. Rather than not throw that ball and risk that throw, and just take the points that we had with at least 3 to make it an 8-point game there. But I thought overall it was all right. He made some big throws. The throw to Saquon was beautiful on the first touchdown. The throw to AJ, the deep ball was right in his lap, was allowed him to be able to catch it and run. So overall, I thought it was a so-so game for Jalen. But that's also me who expects a lot out of Jalen Hurts, and it knows what he's capable of when he's at his best.
Alex?
I'll have to say a B plus. There's some throws that made me think that it was just a B minus, but I'll definitely give him B plus because he definitely came into this game knowing his mindset and mentality of being able to be successful offensively, and that's what he did. And Saquon Barkley, shout out to him with being a great asset to him. And AJ Brown played terrific, as well as Devontae Smith. And the defense showed up at the right time, and everything fell into place.
Go ahead, Steve. Grade Jalen Hurts and give your thoughts on the game.
So the game was great, but Jalen freaking Hurts really could have done better, to be honest. Okay. Yes, I've been hearing that the field is slippery. Well, that shouldn't be the case at all. But I'll give Jalen freaking Hurts a 6 out of 10 from that game.
I'll give him a B minus because he did some good, but he also did some bad. The 2 picks, one of them, I blame him. The other one, you got to give context to that because they was playing in a bad field. So, but 2 things can be true. One, he made some great throws, but also you got to be better with taking care of the ball. Like, you got to be careful with taking care of the ball. So, there's that. So, let's go ahead and let's go to the playmakers. We'll start with Steve since he just got here. What's your grade on the playmakers? That's Saquon Barkley, that's A.J. Brown, that's Devontae Smith, and that's Dallas Goedert.
They were good. They really was. But their performance-wise was pretty good. But they really could have done better. Besides of that slippery field, what they had, I would give them B plus.
Okay, well,
I'd say that Saquon Barkley was fantastic. I mean, I don't think you can give him that much better for a debut, especially considering all things, the field conditions and whatnot, going over 100 yards, having 3 scores. I think you can't give that anything but an A for him. Devontae Smith, I think it's a solid A minus. I mean, he did everything you asked of him. When he got his targets, he came through, got extra yards after the catch. A.J. Brown put up over 100 yards on one of the top 5 corners in the league, and Jair Alexander. So I think you give him an A as well. I think all those guys were fantastic, and I think that's what really helped us carry us to a win, aside from the defense getting those early stops that we needed when we gave them a short field. Goddard played a good game, great in the run game. If you go back and watch the film, especially on the All-22, like he always is, one of the best blocking tight ends in the league. And then caught the ball when it was thrown to him. As we know with the Eagles, it'll be a different guy's game usually every week with as many weapons as you have, so the ball will continue to be distributed around. And it feels good to know that you have that many guys that can make plays.
go ahead, Alex.
I'll definitely give A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert and Saquon Barkley all A minus. Them 3 are really showed up and really had a positive impact of the offensive playmaking in this game. And and everyone just made great impacts. And there's no player in this game that made me think that they would be bad, but I just feel like everyone had capability of having great composure and great athleticism.
So I'll give it the playmakers an A minus because let's be real, Saquon Barkley was a beast. Saquon Barkley was a beast. Thank you, Giants. We appreciate it and salute to everybody that's watching. We got William in the chat talking about fly, cowboy, fly. We don't give a damn about you street rats. Cool. Can we got this, brother? Don't worry, my friend. Let's see. Bunch Williams, a bunch Duke dudes, Daniels, man. By the way, y'all, please do us a favor on Birds of Broad Street Aftermath, Broad Street Blitz Take, Broad Street News, Post Game. Me, Simone, One Trey Rock, Smitty, Nosha Gang, King DV, Alex, Steve, Leader. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel, man. We really appreciate it. Get them likes up. So I'll give the playmakers an A because Saquon Barkley was a beast. Devontae Smith was a beast. AJ Brown, I love you. Dallas Goedert got his catches as well. But all in all, I like what the players did. So let's go ahead and get to the defense side of the ball. We're going to start position by position as well. We'll start with Steve. Corners.
They're good. I'm going to be honest. Okay, they were good, but they really could have done a little bit better. But what I saw from the game, that they were really doing good, so I can give them A plus on that one because they really hold the offense so well. Well, they wasn't even able to score another touchdown. And what else they did was, if you all saw that game on Friday night where they sacked the quarterback, Jordan Love, that was great. That really was. But I do feel bad for him that unfortunately is injured. But a sack is a sack. Go Eagles.
Yep. Well, corners.
I give him an A. Slay, I think, gave up one or two catches the entire game for minimal yardage. Quinyon Mitchell in his debut, I believe, gave up 4 catches on 10 targets and for 60 or 70 yards, I think. But a big chunk of that yardage was on that last drive when Love kind of heaved that ball on the sideline, and they were kind of just playing a little bit of prevent. Quinyon had two PBUs. Could have got his hands on a couple more balls, and I think eventually he'll start coming down with some of those. Those PBUs will turn into INTs. I thought those guys were really good. Maddox in the nickel, I thought played really poorly. Not what we're usually accustomed to seeing from him. He's usually pretty sound in that spot. I wouldn't be surprised to see with Isaiah Rodgers coming back. I wouldn't be surprised to see them mix him in some on the outside and play with Quinyon in the slot a little more. And also when Cooper DeJean gets more up to speed after missing a lot of camp, I'd expect to see a lot of him in the nickel as well.
Alex?
I really liked how Darius Slay played, and C.J. Gardner-Johnson, and there was just one player that came to my mind that wasn't great, but he was there with everything. The defensive side, which was Devontae Maddox. He just doesn't look like he's there yet with the way he's handling the coverage of the opposing team. And I really feel like this game Monday night against Atlanta, I feel like he's going to show out, especially at home. And I think the defense as a whole is capable of putting down and limiting the opposing team's offense.
Yep. So before I give my grade on the corners, salute to Nina, salute to John, salute to Aaron, salute to Short Dog, salute to William. How do I find your YouTube channel? Okay. Well, allow me to send you the link, and while I do that, I'll give the corners, I'll give them a B. So we'll continue on. We'll start with you, Alex, with the safeties. Let's start with you.
I really liked how Reed Blankenship handled himself, especially in the coverage with the plays really mattered. And the rest of the safeties definitely handled themselves just as well. And I'm just really glad that they definitely came out and showed out in Brazil, and I think this is going to be a shining season with these dogs of safeties.
Right, William.
I'd probably give the safeties B minus, C plus maybe. CJ Gardner Johnson didn't have a great game. Missed 2 or 3 tackles that I can remember in the field. Reed Blankenship was fantastic though. Probably one of the better guys on our team from Friday's game. The interception he had on Love was perfect. The way he jumped the route, anticipated it, got around, and to hold on and make that catch was really huge, especially in a big spot in the game where we really needed a turnover. He was great coming out and tackling like he usually is. I wouldn't think too much into CJ's game. We know what CJ Gardner Johnson is capable of. Missed a couple of tackles, but that's going to happen throughout the course of the season. And I'd expect him to continue to be a big factor for us throughout the year as the year goes on.
Yeah, Steve.
Okay. Hold on. Sorry about that. Wait. Hold on. Say that again. What am I going to be reading?
No, we're giving the grade to the safety room.
Oh, okay. I give them a C minus, to be honest. The safeties really have to do better. Okay, yes, it was only week 1, and lots of the starters didn't play, including some of the safeties didn't play in the preseason. Makes no sense, to be honest. But I would give them a C minus. They really need to do better, and hopefully they will.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I'll give it a C minus as well. Let's move on to the linebackers. Steve, we'll start with you. What grade would you give the linebackers?
I'll give them a C plus, to be honest. They were good, but they really can do better, to be honest. So I give them a C plus.
Yep. Well,
I'll give the linebackers a B plus. I think Zach Bond was phenomenal in his debut. 15 tackles, 3 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. I don't think you can ask for much more than that out of him. I like the way Vic Fangio deployed him and how he used him, and I think he fits his scheme great. I'm interested to see if he can continue that level of play now that the book is kind of out on him a little more after you put that kind of performance on tape in week 1. So we'll see what he does for an encore on Monday against the Falcons. I thought Nakobe Dean was really sound. Besides the drop pick 6, he was really good in run defense, was flying to the ball, which was good to see. I think if we can keep him healthy in the middle of the defense, I think he'll have a big year.
Alex?
I really liked what I saw from Zach Bond. He was definitely the one that shined out of all of the linebackers, and just the way that they handled themselves throughout the game. Some plays they outplayed each other, meaning that Green Bay outplayed them. But just to put it in perspective, they got the win, and the defense showed up at the right time.
Right. All right. So I said, did Steve, did you do linebacker?
Yes, I did.
All right. And all y'all did. All right. Let's go to the defensive line. We'll start with Alex, then Will, then Steve. Alex, what grade would you get the D line?
I would say, I guess B minus. There was some issues with the D line, but I mean it wasn't terrible. Every quarter of the game, but there was some definitely stuff to fix. Definitely come Monday night, but they definitely had their moments of being poor. But I guess you can say they did what they were supposed to do, and that's how they helped to get the victory.
Well,
I'd give the D line probably a C. I expected a little more out of them, but as we've continued to say, the field was a disaster. So, especially trying to get a pass rush, it's going to be real hard for guys to do. The edge rushers are the team. That's actually the group I'm most looking forward to watching Monday, seeing how Bryce Huff and Nolan Smith and Josh Sweat and those guys can get after the quarterback. Now that they're not going to be playing on a real field. Jalen Carter did some things like he always does, but he's Jalen Carter. I know how good he can be, and I would expect more from him going forward. Jordan Davis does his job as a nose tackle, absorbing blocks and things of that nature. Milton Williams, I thought, was one of the more brighter spots on the D line. He made a couple splash plays, so I'd probably give the D line a C overall.
yep. Steve?
I give them a B minus. They performed well, but not really too well of my expectations. Because what I really thought that they would do great, the defense, but no. So I give them a B minus. Yes, next Monday they will be home. And just one more thing, if you all didn't know, the former Super Bowl champion Nick Foles is retiring Monday night.
Yep. We'll talk about that. Thank you, William. Thank you for subscribing to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel. All right. That's right. We'll talk about the Falcons. We'll talk about the Falcons later on in a few minutes. But first, before we talk about the coaches, we gotta give some game balls. So we'll start with you, Steve. As many game balls as you like. Offense, defense. Who get special teams if you want to? We'll talk about them next. Who gets the game ball?
Jalen freaking Hurts get the game ball. They all said it. He does. Yes, he didn't perform well, but who really cares? He gets the fucking game ball because he performed the way he can perform. So Jalen freaking Hurts, you get the game ball.
Anybody else?
I would say the D-line, the whole offense can get the game ball as well. They'll.
There you go. Well, who gets the game ball?
I think the most obvious one would be Saquon, like we talked about. That performance in game one, massive in game boost when things were struggling early, kind of got us going. And then if I had to go out a second game ball, I'd probably give it to Mekhi Becton at right guard. Guy playing in his first game ever in the NFL at right guard after switching from tackle on a brand new team, looked phenomenal in a new position. Shout out Jeff Stoutland. It just seems like he continues to cycle guys in and out, and they become studs across his offensive line. So that would be the two guys I'd give game balls to.
Okay. Alex, who gets the game ball?
There's four players on my mind that gets the game ball. The four are number one, Jaden freaking Hurts. Number two, Saquon Barkley. Number three, Zach Bond. And number four, AJ Brown.
Okay. For me, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, and if I got to give it to somebody else, give it to Jalen freaking Hurts. And defense, Quinyon Mitchell and Reed Blankenship. So that's that. Before we get to coaching, we'll start with you, Steve. Any thoughts on the special teams? A grade if you want to give the special teams?
I will give them a C, to be honest, because they really could have done better. And if they can do better, please do. But I give them a C.
Okay. Will, anything on the special team?
Really not too much to say about special teams. Jake can make Elliott always consistent. The punting was fine. I'd probably say it's a B plus. They didn't make any mistakes. We're fine in kick coverage.
Yep. Alex?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with B plus. Drake Elliott was awesome as always, and there won't really that much concerns about it.
Yep, I agree. So now let's go ahead and get to the coaching staff. Alex, we'll start with you. What grade would you give the coaching staff?
I would give probably B plus. I feel like everyone on the coaching staff really were locked in, and I feel like they knew what they were doing, and they knew how to go into an exciting environment in Brazil, and having the ability to play in front of a more attendance than usual. And I just feel like the Eagles did fantastic about it.
Well,
Can you repeat the question? Coaching staff, right?
yeah, what grade would you give the coaching staff?
I'd give them an A. It's a win in week one. It's all you can ask for week one. Get a win, no matter how it looks. Get out healthy, get a win. I thought Kellen Moore's scheme was a breath of fresh air compared to what we had to watch last year with Brian Johnson and Nick Sirianni's collaboration. The offense was a disaster. Second half of the season, had no answers for the blitz. Couldn't really get anything going. Defensively, I liked a lot of things that Fangio did, mix and matching coverages, disguising blitzes, things of that nature. I'll give them an A. A lot better than last year, but low bar, of course.
Steve?
The coaching really need to do better, to be honest. So I'll give them a C. And if that can be great, that will. So I'll give them a C plus.
Okay. I'll give them an A. They did some good. They did a lot of good as well. So let's get to the game that we got coming up. Alex, let's talk about the Falcons game, and then we'll give our prediction. So start us off. Offense, defense, special teams, coaching. What do you want to see from our Birds before the Falcons game? What do you want to say, Alex?
I wanted to say that coming into this home opener against not as talented as the Eagles, but I think that the one thing that the Eagles must do is must carry on the offensive side of the ball, and really lock in and have the ability to score a bunch in the early going. That's going to be the key to winning, and the defense just needs to do what they do, and have the ability to have great coverage, especially Avante Maddox. He needs to do better with lining up with guys and getting that tight coverage, with what others have been doing. And I just feel like if everything goes well, the Eagles can win by at least 2 touchdowns.
Things I'm looking for from the offense, I mainly would just be to clean up the turnovers. We turned it over 3 times, put it on the ground another time. Clean up the turnovers, and I think the sky's the limit for the offense. You scored 34 points in game 1 with 3 turnovers. That means that your offense was humming how it was supposed to. A lot of your playmakers, Smitty, AJ, Saquon, all got the rock. So I'd just say continue what you were doing in game one, just clean up the turnovers a little bit, and I think that the offense could go nuclear.
Steve?
Yeah, I have to agree. Eliminate the turnovers, and they really, really could have do better. Could have be done better. So I give them a B plus.
No, we're not handing out no grades, Steve. We're talking about Falcons versus Eagles.
The Falcons. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. The Eagles will definitely win against the Falcons. To be honest, I will really predict the score. 34 to 20.
All right, so there's that. Well, what's your score prediction?
I'll go 34-17.
Alex?
36-23.
And I'll go 30-20. So, okay. All right. Well, I guess that's about it since we covered everything. So, we'll start with you, Alex. Any final thoughts?
Just continue to stay healthy and do well in practice later this week and lock in for Monday night.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Wanda. Hey, Wanda. By the way, let's talk about this for a second since we got more time to kill and we got Wanda in the chat. Saquon Barkley, Offensive Player of the Week. We'll start with you, Steve. What's your reaction?
The offense player of the week. Oh,
you're never late, Wanda. You're never late. So
no, you're never late to that. The offensive player of the week was Saquon Barkley was great. He really deserved to be the offensive player of the week, to be honest. And the way he performed was awesome. So that's why he really deserved to be the offensive player of the week.
Well,
I think it's expected. He looked fantastic, deserved it. 3 touchdowns, over 100 yards on the ground in a debut. Helped lead his team to a victory. Well deserved.
Yep. Alex?
Saquon just did what he was capable of, and he definitely deserved everything he did out there, especially with Battlefield in Brazil, and the expectations of his game is definitely growing, and I'm excited to see what his future holds.
Yeah, and the next thing I want to ask you guys, when you see the play from the Philadelphia Eagles offensively and defensively, is it a bigger change from last year? And I'm going to ask you, Alex, after watching the film, after watching everything, is the Kellen Moore, Vic Fangio scheme better than last year? The same? What's your thoughts on the offensive and defensive scheme that you saw in Brazil?
I know it's just one game, but it definitely feels more on the bright side of things. I feel like the offense is clicking ever since the kickoff to the season started, and the defense is half and half, I would say. It definitely, there's some points of the game from Brazil that looked like last season, but I know it's just one game and it's hard to tell. And I think these next couple of weeks are going to really tell what this tone of a team they really are. And I'm really anxious to see what they can do.
Steve?
Oh, yeah, I definitely agree. Okay. Yeah, I definitely agree. It is what it. Yeah, I agree 100% what you just said. So it is what it is. So yeah, I agree.
Alex. I mean, not Alex. That's
I think it's obvious they're much, much better, much more competent on both sides of the ball when it comes to the coordinators. Two guys that are proven in the NFL, have a good track record. It's kind of what you expected. Add some diversity, get a lot of the staleness out of last year and the basicness out of last year, and be able to mix things up. I think it's clear, massive upgrade.
Yep. And with that, let's give our final thoughts. Alex, go ahead and give your final thoughts.
Keep doing your thing, Saquon and Jaden and Jane freaking Hortz. And I love this squad, and they can definitely be a factor with the whole league. And just take it one game at a time and get win number 2 next Monday.
Steve?
If Jaden Holtz and Saquon Barkley can perform more than what I'm expecting, then yes, they will be able to really win Monday night. So they have to perform and keep your mind focused what you need to do. Do not worry about any other distractions that's really on and off the field. Worry about yourself. You can win the game. So that's what I'm hoping.
And Will?
Go Birds with the win on Monday night.
Yep. And for me, I will be in the building with Simone and Lord Brunson. I expect to leave out of there a win. I am, let's see, we won when I was there in 2019. We lost in 2021. 22, 23, win. So I am 3-1 leaving out of the stadium with a win. I expect to win. I expect to scream Jalen freaking Hurts.
4-1, here we come.
Exactly. 4-1, here we come. And with that being said, guys, thank y'all for watching. Fly Eagles, thank you for Will for joining us today. We appreciate it. Prayers to everybody on 9/11. We gave our moment of silence, Steve, just to let you know.
Okay.
Yep. So with that being said, y'all, thank y'all for watching. Fly Eagles Fly. Remember, subscribe to the Birds of Barshall YouTube channel. We will be back next Tuesday to react to Falcons, Eagles, and preview the Saints. So Fly Eagles Fly. Go Birds.
And Jalen freaking Holtz.
You heard the man. Acknowledge Jalen freaking Hurts as your franchise quarterback. You know what? Screw it. Jalen freaking